Hello, this is movie review number 1202. This is Interstellar. Interstellar is a 2014 movie directed by Christopher Nolan. And this is probably considered one of the greatest films that Christopher Nolan has ever directed it, besides the Dark Knight trilogy, of course. So this movie has Paramount Pictures, Warner Bros. Pictures, Legendary Pictures, and Syncopy Productions. And I saw this movie on December 14th, 2024 at AMC Westchester 18 in Westchester, Ohio in IMAX. So for its 10th anniversary, yeah, the film is celebrating its 10th anniversary. This film was re-released in several IMAX videos, including the Westchester movie video. And here is an ironic piece of fact. 10 years ago, in 2014, I saw Interstellar at the Westchester movie video. Pretty ironic, huh? So, anyway, Interstellar takes place during Earth's future, where a global crop blight and second dust bowl are slowly rendering the planet uninhabitable. Professor Brand, who is a brilliant NASA physicist, is working on plans to save mankind by transporting Earth's population to a new home via a wormhole. But first, Brain must send former NASA pilot Cooper and a team of researchers through the wormhole and across the galaxy to find out which of three planets could be mankind's new home. Before I continue, I just want to say that the music by Hans Zimmer is incredible. The scenery, the atmosphere, and the visual effects in space, including the wormhole, the black hole, and other pieces of the galaxy, incredible. Everybody really did a great job with this movie. Even the cast and crew, yeah, I definitely recommend it. So this movie has Matthew McConaughey as Joseph Cooper. He is a widowed NASA pilot who reluctantly becomes a farmer and eventually joins the Endurance mission as the lead pilot. Anne Hathaway portrays Dr. Amelia Brand. She is Professor Brand's daughter and a NASA scientist who also aborts the Endurance mission. Jessica Chastain portrays Murphy or Murph Cooper. She is Joseph's daughter, who eventually becomes a NASA scientist working under Professor Brand. Now we also see Ellen Burstyn as an elderly Murph and Mackenzie Ford as a 10-year-old Murph. And one thing about the movie is that the film does take place in the beginning where Cooper is on Earth and he has two kids, Murph being one of them. Murph is a 10-year-old kid who writes science and writes what her dad is doing, well, not just becoming a farmer, but also learning about scientific facts and theories. And I write some scenes where they actually work together to find something related to that which will be eventually become NASA. It's kind of confusing a little bit, but when you see the movie, you'll get the better picture. And Murph is not exactly thrilled when she is told that her father will be going in space for a very long time, and he does not know when he will be coming back. Now, he told Murph that he promises that he will come back, he just doesn't know when, but it will be years. And as an adult, Murph is still very angry at her father, but at the same time, she wants to help her father and Professor Brand figure out the gravity problem. There was a problem relating to gravity that Professor Brand is trying to solve, and let's just say that Murph might have the answer to this problem by the end of the movie. Might. John Lithgow portrays Donald, who is Cooper's elderly father-in-law. Michael Caine portrays Professor John Brand. He is a high-ranking NASA scientist and also the father of Amelia, and is also the director of the Lazarus and Endurance missions. Casey Affleck portrays Tom Cooper. He is Joseph's son, who eventually takes charge of his father's farm, and Timothy Chalamet portrays a young 15-year-old Tom. So Tom and Murph are two of the two children of Joseph Cooper. I didn't realize this at the time, but Timothy Chalamet, who will eventually read on to have roles like Paul Atreides in Dune and Dune Part 2, and the upcoming Bob Dylan movie A Complete Unknown, he made an appearance in Interstellar as a 15-year-old Tom. I did not know that until now. Interesting. And then we also see actors and actresses in it like Wes Bentley as Doyle. He is another crew member of Endurance. Bill Owen voices Charles. In Case, they are both puppetries. They are robots assigned to assist the crew of the Endurance. Topher Grace portrays Getty. He is most Corey. Dylan Dassey portrays Professor Romary, who is another crew member of the Endurance. And Matt Damon portrays Dr. Mann. He is a NASA astronaut who is sent to an icy planet during the Lazarus program. So, right before Matt Damon was in the movie The Martian, he played a NASA astronaut in Interstellar. The only difference is that he had a more leading role in The Martian. Pretty interesting. But then, Christopher Nolan really did a good job at directing this movie, and the visual effects team really did a fantastic job at the visual effects, especially the space scenes. Let me put it this way: when I was watching the movie, it definitely made me want to go to space. It really did a good job at this movie. I was really happy when this movie was re-released in theaters for its 10th anniversary. And like I said, this is probably considered one of Christopher Nolan's greatest films, especially science fiction films. Yeah, please go see this movie, guys. It is definitely worth seeing it, even though it is 2 hours and 49 minutes long. But it is really a good movie. It's one of those movies where you might have to watch more than once to try to understand some of the terminology. But let me put it this way. When I saw it the first time, there were some things I was a little confused about. When I saw it the second time, I wasn't as much confused. But yeah, this was pretty good. I definitely recommend it. So that's my movie review of Interstellar. Please stay tuned for my next movie review. Alright, goodbye.